Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to discuss about Markdown. What is Markdown? What is the importance of Markdown in retailing process? Markdown is the reduction from the selling price. Okay, so why retailer mark down the selling price? Because sometimes the retailer wants to clear old stocks, and maybe the retailer wants to attract more customers. So that's why the retailer will mark down the selling price. The markdown amount is always based on the original selling price. Okay. Okay, so to find the amount of markdown, it must be calculated based on the original selling price. Okay, so the formula to find the amount of markdown is the original selling price minus with new selling price. So MD equals to OSP minus with NSP. MD is the amount of markdown. OSP is the original selling price. New selling price is the NSP. Okay, for example, if the price of a book is 20 ringgit, okay, this shop wants to clear old stock because new book is coming. So this shop will reduce the price from 20 ringgit to 10 ringgit. Okay, so 20 ringgit is the original selling price. 10 ringgit is the new selling price. So what is the amount of markdown? 10 ringgit. So markdown is actually the difference between original selling price and the new selling price. Okay, next formula is the formula to find the markdown rate. So markdown rate is the percentage of markdown. Okay, because markdown is always based on original selling price. So to find the percentage, the formula is the amount of markdown divided by original selling price multiplied with 100. So percentage of MD equals to MD divided by OSP multiplied with 100. Okay, let's write this example. A MP3 player originally sold at 169 ringgit is now at 139 ringgit. Find the markdown and markdown rate. So harga asalnya 169 ringgit. Okay, sekarang harganya 139 ringgit. So this is the original selling price and this is the new selling price. So the first question, find the amount of markdown. So amount of markdown is the original selling price minus with the new selling price. 169 minus 139. So amount of markdown is 30 ringgit. Okay, next question, you must find the markdown rate. So that means this 30 ringgit is equals to how many percent? So to find the percentage of markdown, the amount of markdown divided by original selling price multiplied with 100. Okay. So please remember this, markdown is always based on original selling price. So that is why the formula is MD divided by OSP. Okay, so the amount of MD is 30 ringgit divided by OSP, original selling price 169 times with 100. So the percentage of markdown is 17.75%. Let's try the next example. A book which was originally sold at 160 ringgit is now reduced by 15%. Find the new selling price. Okay, so this is the original selling price. So now the original selling price is now reduced by 15%. Dia dikurangkan sebanyak 15%. So that means we have the markdown amount here, and this is the percentage of markdown. So how to find the new selling price? Okay, first, you must find the amount of markdown, MD. So the amount of markdown is percentage of markdown multiplied with the original selling price. Okay, so how do I get this formula? From this formula here, from the previous formula. This one. Okay, from this formula. So to find the amount of markdown, original selling price times with the percentage. Okay, so for this one, percentage is 15%, 0.15, multiplied with 160. So the markdown amount is 24 ringgit. Okay, so to find the new selling price, okay, because the MD formula is original selling price minus with the new selling price. So to find the new selling price, the formula is original selling price minus with the amount of markdown. Okay, so 160 minus with 24 ringgit. So the new selling price of this book is 136 ringgit. Okay, so far? Boleh kan? Okay, let's try the next example. This is the last example for this video. After a markdown of 20 ringgit, a tea set is sold for 49 ringgit 50 sen. Find the markdown rate. Okay, this 20 ringgit is the amount of markdown. Okay, selepas penurunan harga sebanyak 20 ringgit, this item, this tea set dijual pada harga 49 ringgit 50 sen. So this is the new selling price. This is the price, the selling price after 20 ringgit markdown. So now find the percentage of markdown. So to find the percentage of markdown, the formula is markdown divided by original selling price multiplied with 100. But now we still don't have this value, original selling price. So we need to find original selling price first. To find the original selling price, the formula is the new selling price plus with the amount of markdown. Okay, so 49.5 plus with 20 ringgit. Okay, so RM 69.5. So this is the original selling price. Okay, harga asal barang ini. Selepas dah turun harga sebanyak RM20, selepas dah tolak RM20, harga barunya RM49.50. Okay, now you can find the markdown rate, the percentage of markdown. So RM20, the markdown amount is RM20 divided by the original selling price 69.5 multiplied with 100. So the percentage of markdown is 28.78%. Okay, that's the end of this video. Please stay tuned for the next video. In the next video, we will discuss about profit and loss.